In the following exercises, we're going to talk about a couple combinations of ways that we set this exercise up. And with that being said, don't think those are the only way to set it up. I just given you the examples in my gym that we came up with. I'm sure you can create more, but here are the following couple ways that we have set this exercise up, the reflexive trimetric, so that you can just see what we're doing and then hopefully expand on it and modify it whichever way you need in your gym. Okay, what we have here is roughly a brief overview of the setup for the TRM method. And basically, this is just a strip for the Sornex rack, just stayed on there. But what we basically did was take two pins right here, and I'll give a better description of this later. Two pins, hook the bands to it along with the weight vest, and you can see. And I'll show you videos and exercises with that in there. So a quick view here is pretty simple. You can see that we basically just have the pins. We hooked the band around, wrapped it back, connected it to here to give it a little less resistance, hooked a chain through both sets of bands on each side. This strap is just laying there, it's not involved in anything. And we hooked that up, and then the athlete would stand on here. Then we put a harness on the athlete, have you seen in the other particular videos, and hooked them up. I think the harness could be on front, I think the harness could be on back, depending on what exercise needs you need. Now, that's the setup for that. Another possibility for setup was this particular one right here. What we have is, as most of you probably know, is a pitch shark. But as you can see, the bands were wrapped around the pitch shark. I would probably use a few more bands because this is actually the first time they did it. And they took the measurements, and you'll see here, this particular strength coach, Cam, he jumped off the particular. You can see how fast it went. So you would add more bands so that you wouldn't come off the ground. And you can see that the velocity is involved there. Now, you might use lighter loads, and I'll talk about this in other videos, for peaking and heavier loaded bands. But again, this is a pitch shark, just basically wrapped around, hooked to a belt, so you can see that it's set up that way for your